focus of this presentation is Jekyll and Hyde. Martin Danaher proposes this a cautionary tale about the increasing appetites of the masculine body. I will look at this alongside the argument that the novel can be seen to be both Gothic and detective, as suggested by Niels Clausen. I will begin with the argument made by Danaher. The essay is titled Dr. Jekyll's Two Bodies. Dr. Jekyll is a good man of high status who associates himself with those like him. Jekyll is intelligent, moral, and values his role in society. However, he isn't as he appears. Jekyll wants to explore desire but cannot do so. So in order to fulfil his fantasies, this is where alter ego and second body Hyde comes in. Appearance is everything to Jekyll, which is why he creates alter ego Hyde. Hyde is working class, unknown, and embodies the devil. Referred to as Satan a number of times, he is the epitome of evil. Selfish and only aware of himself, he has the ability to do as he pleases. Through Hyde, Jekyll carries out his hidden desires. Hyde is physically repulsive, unlike Jekyll. Perhaps this benefits Hyde, as people don't tend to pursue him but rather avoid him. If Jekyll is experiencing his want for a corrupt life, it suggests that masculine desires are universal. Danaher refers to Hyde as hedonistic. I don't agree with this, as the point of hedonism is to maximise pleasure but minimise pain. Hyde doesn't care for pain. When Jekyll becomes Hyde, he loses the ability to discipline himself and stop himself from committing certain acts. Jekyll and Hyde have become one, as Jekyll discovers when satisfying his urges in the park. Danaher states Jekyll wears a working class body as though it were a piece of clothing. Jekyll then temporarily occupies a class position below his own, whereas Hyde's the opposite. He suddenly moves up a position. If you look at the body of Hyde, it does not match the suit that he is wearing. He's too small for it, his body is too muscular to fit. The physique of Hyde isn't somebody who would wear a suit. Someone in a suit reflects someone with a job with status and authority and money. The suit is expensive. It has had to have been made by a tailor, altered, the accessories that go with it, and the shoes are also expensive. The physicality of both Jekyll and Hyde defines their class. When looking at his hands, Jekyll states they were professional in shape, large, firm, white and comely. The word comely suggests that they were slightly feminine, whereas Hyde, his hands were lean, corded, knuckly, of a dusky pallor and thickly shaded with a swart growth. This suggests Hyde works outside. Hyde's hands reflect those of somebody who works outside. Moving on to the suggestion that Jekyll and Hyde is both a Gothic and detective work of fiction, Clausen proposes two conflicting narratives offer conflicting explanations for criminal behaviour, each one appropriate to its genre. The setting of London, more specifically Soho, is quite Gothic. London is massive, and perhaps their crimes can go unnoticed. For Jekyll and Hyde to be Gothic, we would place emphasis on the brutality of the crime, especially murder, as it is macabre. Jekyll's sexual fantasies could be seen as Gothic also, but Stevenson doesn't directly admit to what Jekyll is doing in the park. The readers can decipher he is masturbating, appeasing his animal urges as the Gothic. The decay of his mind is eerie. The creation of Hyde in itself is supernatural, something the Gothic genre is favoured for. However, if we look at Jekyll and Hyde as detective fiction, Jekyll would be seen as schizophrenic and is regressing back to a primitive form. We only see the demise of Jekyll through trying to solve the crimes of Hyde. Utterson states, "If he be Mr. Hyde, I shall be Mr. Seek," an initial hint that there is a mystery to be solved. The clues in the chapters lead the audience to a startling discovery: Jekyll is Hyde. Each chapter title plays a part in the mystery. Utterson and Lanyon are trying to solve the mystery of Jekyll's erraticness and Hyde's identity. When Hyde murders Sir Danvers Carew, it is seen to be very brutal. Brutality is Gothic. In detective fiction, contemporary science attempts to explain the behaviour. The answer is degeneration. Degeneration links both the Gothic and the detective. Jekyll is a degenerate. He regresses to the primitive form of Hyde. Hyde's physicality is primitive. He is small in stature, muscly in physique, and said to be hairy. He is a descendant of a monkey. His features are atavistic of a monkey. He is animalistic and has acted on his urges to satisfy the animal within. The Gothic genre can work in harmony alongside detective fiction, as they both arrive at the same outcome. Ideas of increasing masculine appetites resulting in crime would be classed as Gothic, but the discovery of the crimes as detective fiction. The creation of Hyde allows Jekyll to be amoral, but ultimately results in the demise of both bodies.